Have you ever had one of those moments where the entire universe seemed to pause just to whisper something directly into your soul? You know what I'm talking about. That split second when everything around you goes quiet and suddenly you're hit with this overwhelming sense that something bigger than yourself is trying to get your attention. Maybe it was a song that came on at the exact moment you needed to hear those lyrics. Maybe it was a conversation you overheard that answered a question you'd been carrying for weeks. Or maybe it was something as simple as number sequence that kept showing up everywhere you looked until you couldn't ignore it anymore. Here's what most people don't realize. These aren't coincidences. They're not random glitches in the matrix or your imagination playing tricks on you. What you're experiencing right now, what brought you to this exact video at this exact moment, is the universe's way of delivering a message that's been waiting specifically for you. And the fact that you clicked on this video means you're finally ready to receive it. But before we dive into what that message actually is, I need you to understand something important. The universe doesn't speak to everyone the same way. It doesn't use the same language for every person or deliver messages through the same channels. Some people get their guidance through dreams, others through synchronicities, some through sudden knowing that seems to come from nowhere. But there's one type of message that cuts through all the noise, bypasses all the confusion, and lands directly in the center of your awareness with unmistakable clarity. And that's exactly what's happening to you, right? See, the universe has been watching you, not in a creepy way, but in the way that a loving parent watches their child learn to walk. It's been observing your struggles, your questions, your silent prayers, and those moments when you thought no one was listening. It's been taking note of every time you've asked for a sign, every time you've felt lost and needed direction, every time you've wondered if you're on the right path. And now, finally, it's ready to respond. The message you're about to receive isn't just some generic spiritual advice that could apply to anyone. This isn't a fortune cookie wisdom or a horoscope that's written for millions of people. This is precision guidance that's been crafted specifically for where you are in your life right now, for the exact challenges you're facing, the exact decisions you're trying to make, and the exact transformation you're going through. Whether you realize it or not, think about everything that had to align perfectly for you to be here right now. The series of events that led you to this moment, the thoughts you were having before you saw this video, the feeling in your chest that made you click, the quiet voice in your head that said, "This might be important." None of that was accidental. Every piece was orchestrated to bring you to this exact point where you're ready to hear what you need to hear. But here's where most people mess this up. They receive these divine messages and then immediately start questioning them. They get the download and then spend the next 3 hours trying to logic their way out of it. They feel the truth in their bones and then convince themselves it's just wishful thinking. They get the answer they've been asking for and then decide it's too good to be true or too simple to be real. That resistance isn't coming from your logical mind protecting you. It's coming from the part of you that's been comfortable in the confusion, the part that's gotten used to not knowing, to staying stuck, to having an excuse for why things aren't changing. Because when the universe gives you a clear message, it also gives you clear responsibility. You can't claim you don't know anymore. You can't say you're waiting for a sign when the sign is literally staring you in the face. The truth is, most people were conditioned to doubt their own inner guidance. We were taught that if something doesn't come from an external authority, if it can't be proven, measured, or logically explained in a way that satisfies everyone around us, then it shouldn't be trusted. But the universe doesn't function according to human logic. It operates through a far more intricate intelligence, one that is subtle, intuitive, and uniquely calibrated to your individual path. And for a while now, your soul has been trying to reach you. At first, it may have been quiet, a subtle discomfort, a sense that something in your life no longer fit the way it used to. Then, it likely grew into restlessness, an internal tension you couldn't ignore, even if you couldn't explain it. Eventually, it may have escalated into moments or situations that forced you to question your identity, your choices, and the direction you were heading. The universe has been turning up the volume of that inner voice. because it recognizes your readiness. You've healed enough to receive a deeper truth. You've grown strong enough to move differently. And you've developed enough trust to follow guidance that doesn't always appeal to the rational mind. But this message isn't just about understanding something new. It's about shifting how you relate to life itself. It's about realizing that you're not wandering randomly, hoping things somehow work out. You're part of an intelligent system that's constantly communicating with you, responding to you, and guiding you in ways you're only beginning to notice. This message arrives in 3 parts. The first is recognition. The universe is asking you to stop avoiding what you already see. There's something in your life you've been circling around, something you've minimized, justified, or postponed addressing. It could be a relationship that drains you, a job that numbs you, or a repeating pattern that keeps producing the same results. Deep down, you already know what it is. The universe is done watching you exhaust yourself, trying to force what doesn't align. This recognition isn't meant to judge you or invalidate the time you spent. It's meant to release you, because the moment you stop pretending, the moment you acknowledge what you truly feel and know, movement becomes possible. The second part is permission. For a long time, you've been waiting for reassurance, for someone to tell you it's okay to want more, to desire differently, to imagine a life that doesn't look like everyone else's. But the truth is, no one else ever had the authority to approve your becoming. You don't need agreement from people who can't see your vision. You don't need validation from those still constrained by their own fears. The permission you've been seeking has always belonged to you. And now, the universe is reflecting that authority back to you. Your hesitation isn't about readiness or worth. It's about whether you're willing to trust yourself enough to move. This permission also removes your excuses. There's no more waiting for perfect clarity, ideal timing, or guaranteed outcomes. You're being invited to act with uncertainty, to trust the process even when you can't see every step ahead. The third part is timing, and this may be the most unexpected. The universe isn't asking you to wait. It's not saying soon or eventually. It's saying now. Not when things feel safer. Not when you feel more prepared. This moment, the one you're in right now, is the moment you've been preparing for. The strength you think you still need already exists within you. The clarity you've been searching for has been buried beneath doubt and overthinking, not absence. Divine timing isn't about circumstances aligning perfectly. It's about your internal readiness. And if you're receiving this message, it means you've reached that threshold. You've done the work. You've built the foundation. Now it's time to live from it. The universe also reminds you that support appears through movement, not before it. Opportunities, connections, and solutions activate once you take the step, not while you wait for reassurance. This is what practical faith looks like. Acting in alignment with inner knowing, moving before certainty, trusting that the path reveals itself through motion. And when you finally say yes, things shift immediately. Resistance dissolves. Doors open. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start recognizing yourself as an active participant in creation. The universe brought you here because you're done shrinking, done delaying, done denying the version of you that's been calling forward. You're ready to honor it, even if it means leaving behind who you used to be. So here's your final piece of guidance. When you leave this video, when you close your phone or shut your laptop, carry this knowing with you. The universe just confirmed what your soul has been whispering all along. You're not crazy for wanting more. You're not selfish for following your truth. You're not wrong for trusting what you feel, even when you can't explain it. The message was delivered. The guidance was given. Now the only question left is whether you'll honor it with your actions. Because the universe doesn't just send messages to entertain you or make you feel special. It sends them to activate you. And something tells me you're finally ready to be activated. Trust what you know. Move when you're called. And remember that the same intelligence that orchestrated this moment is the same intelligence that will guide every step that follows.